Americans here. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. January the 27th, 2019. It's an epic evening. If you're like me, you're sitting here going, who cares about anything dealing with sports? I don't. Hey there, Clemson Carson. You just joined me. Bunch of people already got thumbs up. Whew. Make America Great Again hat. May there to you. May there to Charles Elliott, the Crow and Cock, Tiger, Texas Superfan, Joey Carroll. May there to you. Appreciate all of you joining me. It doesn't get any better than this. Other than Clemson Football is not around. May there to Clemson Football, Antoine Williams. May there to all of you. Whew. Good to see you, Daniel Lundstrom. Boomer Sooner to you, Bobby. May there to you, buddy. May there to you. I don't know about y'all, but I'm feeling it. College football season is not only over, but the high is gone with it. May there to Clemson Football, and may there to Jesse Wilson. Good to see y'all of you. The truth is, Nathan Johnson from Brazil, man, yeah, or Ola. I'm international. The truth is, all of us know what I'm about to talk about. There's transfers going on left and right. It's like walking through your yard after you aerate it and got your good handful of fescue and you just slam it out there. The truth is, may there Matt Knight, good to see you. May there Clemson Carson, good to see all of you. The truth is that we all know Clemson, not only Clemson football's over, college football's over. What are we left with? The NFL, where they turn every game into some type of statement. It's a bunch of rich punks who aren't thankful for what they have. Most of them come from nothing, and now all of a sudden they're wanting to punch us, the regular working folk, in the face and tell us how dumb we are. Like I want to watch that, could care less. And then we have baseball. Oh God, the same game that'll take a timeout so a pitcher can step off the rubber and scratch his goober. Who wants to watch that? I don't. And soccer. This is the time where everybody gets serious about soccer. You know, it's the #1 growing sport in the world. Says everybody else in third world countries. Can't wait till they discover what toilets really look like. Care less about that. I miss college football. Miss it, miss it, miss it. We are 7 months and 2 days away from Clemson's first game. That will be a Thursday night against Georgia Tech at Clemson. Second game will be against Texas A&M at Clemson. Texas A&M's very first game is Texas State. And if any of you have piss for brains to think that Jimbo Fisher's even thinking about that first game against Texas State, you've not only got a hold of meth, you've got a hold of bad meth. God, get a brain. Lord, I might have dated my third cousin, but at least I know this. Shit. That comes out Virginia Tech. Well, it's a couple of days ago. Virginia Tech's quarterback, Josh Jackson. If anybody of you kept up with Virginia Tech football or kind of, you know, moseyed around it, sniffed around with it, you know Josh Jackson. This youngin', he had a lot of promise, tons of promise. You think the guy is going to lead them to the promised land. And now he says that he's transferring. He's transferring. He's entering the transfer portal, which is known as the college football free agency portal. Say Kayla Thompson's on here. May there to you. Kayla Thompson's good people. Steve Thompson, know him. Good people. Good to see all of you. My good friend Pigskin Pete did a video today where he talked about Athlon sports preseason. Of course, Alabama was ranked number 1. That's all they know how to do, was just put Alabama at number 1. Glad you did that. That helps us. May there to George. Good to see you, George. Tiger, Texas superfan, you said Bama's still not giving us credit. They never will. We could beat them 100-0. They'd still say it was just an off night. But I looked at, I listened to my buddy, talked to him tonight. He was talking about the top 10 and talked about the top 25. Really didn't go into the top 25, but he talked about the top 10. And the thing that you have to look at with this entire deal is that the number one thing you have to do if you're rating preseason is just say Bama number 1. We'll take Clemson at number 2. And then from there, it's just like somebody drops. I mean, if I pulled my pants down right now and started cracking out team names that just started with SEC, sprinkle in some Ohio State, some Oklahoma, everybody would be fine with it. They will not question how real it would be. They will not question if it was true. They will not question if it was logical. It's just, oh, that's an SEC team, so let's throw them in there. Hey! Piss for brains. Florida, let's go ahead and let's stop right now. I have no bad feelings towards Florida. I know George is on here. Good to see you, George. Here's the truth. Florida beat a Michigan team, which, by the way, was not that good. Had a good defense. That was about it. They drug a Michigan team in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl that happened to have most of their good defensive players sitting on the bench because they're thinking about the pros. They're not going to worry about going down there and getting a number 1 with a Coke and some barbecue sauce to dip the fries in. They don't care about that piss. Nor would you if you're a businessman. Now, Florida's back. They're back. They're back. They're not back. I'm not saying they're as bad as they've been, but they're not back. I mean, dear Lord, help us. And we got Texas. Everybody's overrating Texas again. Listen, I have no problem with Tom Herman. He can't lie worth a piss, but Tom Herman, I don't have a problem with him. But the truth is, they've got a lot more proving of themselves to do than what everybody's trying to, lay in the toilet bowl. Texas, you're not back until you prove it. Texas, you're not back until you prove it. You can beat whoever you beat until you win the national championship. You're not back. Oh, you're not back till you prove it. Listen, you can go in there and beat Oklahoma. You can beat Oklahoma during the regular season and then drop games to Maryland. Me and Bobby Durkin Jr. and Bobby Durkin Jr. could go out and play Maryland today and beat them. How, in the Lord's good name, could you go out and lose to them? Gotta stop right here. About cussed right there. How do you do that? Says the stupid person. Somebody just said, whenever a fan says, I'm back, they're never back. That's the truth. My phone's about to die, by the way. That's how I shoot this video. I'm about to have to go. Texas, I don't believe that you're near as bad as what you were during the Charlie Strong years. I believe you are growing and you're becoming better. You're not back. You're not back. Still got a few more years. And by the way, Texas A&M is recruiting their brains out. That's a problem for you. Florida State, you should go ahead and quit and focus on lacrosse or something. I don't know. Women's softball. Good luck to you. Georgia, listen, I got a good Georgia following. I'm not talking trash to you. You play, Clemson, here's the deal. Clemson plays in the horrible ACC. And I know people's told me, hey, don't say that about the ACC. Dabo even said, Dabo was just trying to make the ACC sound good just in case he should get upset and they should have to vote him in. Truth is, the ACC, aside from Syracuse and Clemson, sucks. You know it, I know it, that's reality. I'm sorry. The SEC East sucks. What about Kentucky? Yeah, what about Kentucky? South Carolina sucks. Vanderbilt sucks. Missouri, meh. How good is Georgia? Do we really know? We're going to find out about Georgia. Y'all been saying that for like 2 years now. Top 2 teams in the SEC West, Alabama, Texas A&M. That's it. What about LSU? Yeah, what about them? Anemic offense. 2019 is not going to heal something that is what it's not. That's just the truth. Georgia, I don't buy Georgia. I bought Georgia a season before this one that just ended, and now I'm even questioning that. I want to go back to a play, and I'm going to end this right here because it is what it is. And my phone's about to die. So if it dies, you know what happened. It is what it is. There's a play that happened in this past national championship where, what's his name? Patrick Surtain? I think that's his name. If I'm wrong, who cares? He locked down on Justin Ross. Justin Ross shed him like I would throw off a piece of cotton. He was hurt. I hate that he got hurt. I don't want anybody hurt. I know some people's going to paint it that way. You're going to go off and be a douche. And I don't want anybody hurt. But he thought he would lock down on Justin Ross, and Justin Ross threw him off like a dog. And the difference between Clemson and the other teams in the SEC that Alabama played is that you could lock down on a wide receiver in the SEC, but unlike in the SEC, Clemson had a team who had a quarterback who could actually get the ball to their wide receivers, and that's why Justin Ross threw him off onto the ground and unfortunately got hurt, but he did get hurt because he got thrown onto the ground like he was a 3-year-old little kid. He thought he was going to lock down Ross, forgetting that he had a world-class quarterback back there to throw the ball to him. The same quarterback who Bama wanted. And they couldn't get it because Trevor Lawrence didn't believe in Alabama's system. We see why now. And Justin Ross threw Surtain off. Oh, he got hurt. That's why he felt. He threw him down. Threw him down like a little kid. Got the ball to him, scored a touchdown. Here's a point. You can sit here and talk about Georgia all you want to. No offense, Georgia, but there's something about you that I don't buy. You just lost your number 1 recruit that y'all continuously threw in Clemson's face. Oh, y'all didn't get the number 1 recruit. Trevor Lawrence is not number 1 recruit. What board are y'all looking at? I've got tons of comments y'all made to me to let me, make it very clear that y'all had past tense number 1 recruit in the country. Yeah, he's at Ohio State now. With a coach who has not been a head coach that I know of. Unless it was a teeny tiny school, like that big. Like the size of a gnat fart. He left Georgia. He's gone. Georgia, I'm not impressed with you. I was, but I'm not anymore. Alabama, you are Alabama. But Clemson, it's Clemson. 2 out of the past 3 years won a national championship. recruiting quite well. And there's other teams in front of us who are recruiting well. And they can say they're in front of us. But here's the deal. Most of them doesn't have the coaching staff that's still sticking together like we do. And I know you've got... Go ahead, armed with your keyboard. Say all you want to me. But at the end of the day, I'm right, you're wrong. And you can go jump off a bridge because I'm right. Clemson may get upset. They may not win the national championship this year, but I believe they will. You know why? They lost some talent, but the good Lord, they've been developing it. And that coaching staff, they've been focusing on it. Well, listen, y'all, I'm going to let you go. Virginia Tech can lose all their players in the world. Georgia can recruit and lose whoever they want to, but we're keeping who we got because we're that team. If you don't know me, now you do. Hit the subscribe button. Remember, you keep showing up. Lord knows, I'll keep showing out. Bobby Durkin.